Hi everyone, I'm Denise Drews. Welcome to Virtual Cycling. I'm here at Next Level Athletics and getting ready for a great ride. So why don't you go ahead and jump on your bike and put some light resistance on the wheel and we will get going. So you want your saddle about hip height, handlebars up because we're indoors. You don't have to be out of the wind. Flip in, add a little resistance to the wheel, and join me for this warm-up. We're going to push about 75 RPMs for about 4 minutes, just getting warmed up, okay? Shoulders relaxed. I am very excited about this ride today. You know why? I'm going to show you my backyard. You and I are going to do a ride around Cache Valley today. That's northern Utah, Logan. And we're going to follow the route that Tour de Utah takes. So those crazy hard fit riders, they come here every year. We're going to follow their route today. So if we were really doing this ride, it would take us 5 hours. We're going to do it in 1. We will cover 6,550 feet of vertical and 132 miles. The beauty of virtual. So right now we are in downtown Logan, Utah. Just think of Main Street, USA. It's a beautiful town. We're going to use this beginning flat to warm up our legs. And then just so you know how this goes, we're going to climb Logan Canyon. We're going to give an award to the king of the mountain. We get to sprint down to Garden City, take a loop around Bear Lake, which is beautiful. I'll tell you about that when we get there. We'll head into the corner of Idaho where we'll hit some crosswinds. It's going to be a little challenging. Back up Logan Canyon, down into Logan, and we'll go past Utah State University, Aggies. And then we'll take 2 quick laps around downtown Logan and we will be on our way. So that's a compressed version of what we got going on. A little bit of resistance on, not too much. As we're riding down Main Street, I want you to just wave to your fans on either side of you. All the people that have showed up to cheer you on. You're a world-class cyclist, and they all came to see you. Zip past them for 1 second. So let's sit up tall and roll our shoulders out. Feel that upper back strong, chest open, hands relaxed. Deep breaths. And then go ahead and lightly put your hands back on the handlebars. "75 RPMs. All right, so our first challenge is Logan Canyon. It'll take us about 8 minutes to climb that today in this ride. And we will give an award to the king of the mountain, the first person to the top. I'm going to be asking you to keep your RPM slow, which means the only way to win the race is to have more resistance on your wheel. We'll do the first part in the saddle, the second part standing. Who is ready? All right, so let's start to add resistance to the wheel. The first taste of a canyon. Slow your legs, find your core. We're about 65 RPMs right here. I want you to feel the push as your leg moves forward. More push forward, a little less emphasis on the bottom of the pedal stroke. Logan Canyon is beautiful, especially right now. Blue sky, probably 85 degrees today. The breeze, green, and very rocky. Windy canyon. Add resistance right here. You might close your eyes and just picture a beautiful canyon in late summer. You might even begin to see the first few hints of leaves turning color. In through your nose, breathe. Out through your mouth. See if you can do the work with your lower body and let your upper body stay loose, relaxed, calm, light. So on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, you're just about a 7. It's not too hard, but it's not too easy. Give me a little bit more on the wheel. Find your legs. You can feel the ball of your foot on the pedal. Wiggle your toes. The rest of your foot stays relaxed. Just the ball of the foot pressing the pedal. So it's probably starting to feel like a mountain more than a hill. That's what we've got out here in Utah. These aren't hills, these are mountains. If you haven't been here, you gotta come. So beautiful. All right, deep breaths now. I want you to start to feel your legs. If you haven't already, you don't have enough resistance on the wheel. So quadriceps starting to work. Glutes, hamstrings, and calves. Feel all of those muscles helping you be a more powerful rider. There we go. Notice if one of your legs feels a little stronger than the other. And if so, find that weaker leg and give it a little more attention, more effort on that side. So picture yourself in a pack of riders and picture being right in the middle. You're not the fastest rider, but you're not the slowest. You're holding your own. We're gonna head to the second half of this climb. Our legs stay close to that 60, 65 RPMs, but we give it more kick, more resistance. All right, we have a little under 4 minutes to the top of this mountain, and you get to choose. Do you want to hang out right here, right in the middle of the pack? Or do you want to set a goal and be the king of the mountain? Let's stand it up. So you get to decide. And if you want to be king of the mountain, you need more gear. And at times, you might accelerate, especially when we get to the top. Find change your form here. Hips are touching the saddle. There's just a light tap with every pedal stroke. There's a hinge at your hips. You're folded right across your hip crease. Chest is lifted. And there's weight in those pedals. Strong. We're a minute in. Have you pulled ahead from the middle of the pack? Deep breaths. We get to ride this canyon twice, on the way out and on the way back. And there are ups and downs. And so the second time through, I'm gonna pull you with me to the front of the pack. For this first time through, you get to choose. You wanna win twice? Go for it. Fingers loose, wrists light, elbows soft. Looking good. Hopefully there's a little smile on your face as you imagine this gorgeous canyon and this breeze on your skin. Whew. Each breath in creates more space inside of you. Each breath out, a little more calm. Inhale, space. Exhale, calm. Space, calm. All right, folks, we're getting close to the top. If you have a goal of being king of the mountain, I want you to put your burners on right now. Add resistance, pedal a little faster, go on the attack. Imagine 3 riders ahead of you who want that title as badly as you do. Are you gonna take them on? Woo. Come on. No more time to notice beauty. You got a job to do. Let's do it. We're almost there. Come on. Climb it. Woo. Here it is. Here's the top. Come on. A couple more pedal strokes. Feel your wheels rolling over the crest. And the mountain becomes a little more flat up here. Woo. Have a seat. Drop some resistance. Grab a quick drink of water. And let's head downhill. We're gonna speed up the pace. Closer to 100 RPMs. We've got about 3 minutes of this downhill action. We're headed to Garden City, home of Bear Lake raspberries. It's my favorite thing about Garden City is you can pull up anywhere and get a delicious raspberry shake, raspberry jam, raspberry syrup. It's what they're famous for, and it's pretty amazing. So we're heading into Garden City, this little downhill sprint. Try to keep some resistance on the wheel and 100 RPMs. Just enjoying a downhill. You're starting to get glimpses of Bear Lake. this gorgeous mountain lake that is turquoise. Seriously, I kid you not, turquoise. If you don't believe me, Google it. So you got your fresh raspberries and you're headed toward a beautiful turquoise body of water. We're going to take some time to roll around the lake. So fingers loose, toes loose. Still downhill, but it feels a little bit like a sprint. I know in real life, you wouldn't be pedaling if you were going downhill. So we'll just imagine that there's a headwind or a crosswind, and so we have to keep pedaling even though we're going downhill. Abs engaged. Stay strong through the middle. Try not to round over. Breathe. Each inhale creates more space in your body. Fill up. Each exhale relaxes your muscles, drops your shoulders, helps you be more calm. Inhale, space. Exhale, calm. So we end up living in calm space when we pay attention to our breath. All right, so we've made it down that hill. We're next to the lake. I'd like you to get resistance on your wheel. Meet me again at about 65. Not because we're on a hill, but we want to pick up speed. And so on this flat, to pick up speed, instead of pedaling faster, we'll choose a bigger gear. And so with every turn of the pedal, our bike goes farther in space. You're matching the cadence of your fellow riders. And as you look over to your right at this beautiful turquoise lake, you see people camping. You see boats on the water. People water skiing and wakeboarding. You hear screams of joy, laughter. You see people stand up paddleboarding, fishing, hanging out, being together in nature, eating raspberries, of course. Let's take a little bit more on the wheel, a little bigger gear, so we can pick up our pace as we head around this lake. Fingers and toes loose. We got a couple minutes here, and then we'll drop some gear and we'll flush out our legs and pedal a little faster. So enjoy this. Enjoy the muscle work that's happening right now. You choose how much resistance you put on your wheel. Are you noticing any sweat? So for the next few songs, we'll alternate between slow and strong resistance and fast and easy. So right now, while we've got this gear on, really have it on. 65 RPMs, steady. You're about a 7, 7.5 on a scale of 1 to 10. Push your toenails into the top of your shoes. Stretch the bottom of your feet. Let's drop a little resistance. Pick up the pace. The speed limit is 110 RPMs. I want you to try to get there for 3 minutes. Try for 100 RPMs. 110 is the top of the scale of safe and effective riding. So how close to that can you get for just under 3 minutes? Flush them out. A different kind of burn here, right? It's a different feeling. How is your breathing affected by this fast pace? Can you still make space and calm with your breath? Try to keep this up. We got a couple of minutes. Feet are relaxed. Hands are relaxed. Legs are doing the work. Fast, easy cadence. You can challenge yourself if you want by adding a little bit of resistance, but keeping your pace. Feel your hips, your quads, your hamstrings. Making our way around the backside of the lake. Maybe you're seeing wildlife. Feeling a little breeze. We're getting ready to cross the Idaho state line. So as we head over into Idaho, St. Charles is the town. We're going to slow our legs down because there are really strong headwinds as we cross this corner of Idaho. Crosswinds. So sometimes it feels like you're going to be blown over sideways on your bike. Go ahead and add resistance and find about 65 RPMs. When you're ready, stand it up. Hand slide forward. Just give your hips a little break right here. Right after this, we have another sprint. Faster legs, lighter gear. So I want you to keep it on for this one. Have a seat. Hips are on the very back of the saddle. Push forward, then down. Breathe in, space. Breathe out, calm. You are an elite rider, and every stretch of this ride, you have spectators. Stand up, give them a wave, a smile, a head nod. Show the spectators you appreciate their support. Makes your job more fun and interesting. Find that crease of the hips, tail down back. Nice job. Back to saddle. Notice again if there's one leg that seems to be stronger than the other. Let the less strong leg take over. All right, feel those crosswinds. Every pedal stroke feels like effort. Breathe. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Your core is so strong, navel to spine, supporting you, so there's no pain in your low back. Let's stand up. Beautiful, you guys. Hips come back. Be strong. Be a powerful rider. Looks good. Give me 4, 3, 2, have a seat. Give it a little more if you can. Fast legs are coming up next. Here in Idaho, you're seeing more wide open space, fields, still some mountains, but a little more rural. Beautiful area, nice people, fresh air, blue sky. This ride, if you pictured it on a piece of paper, here would be the profile, and it has 2 big peaks on either side, your climbs. Where we are right now, the profile is pretty flat. We're just making it harder by adding resistance and stimulating headwind. Stand with me. So we're on our way back to that second peak, heading back home to Logan. But before we do, we've got to sprint. We're gonna pick up the pace of our legs, a little lighter resistance. We'll get out of these crosswinds, go back into Utah. Have a seat. Woo. All right, my friends, here we go. Lighter resistance, grab a drink. We're gonna go 100 RPMs. All right, who's happy right now? Who feels good? Woo. All right, we made our way around that lake, traveled into Idaho. We're heading back toward Logan Canyon. So I need you to pick up the pace for me. And we're on a pretty good stretch here. So take us about 4 minutes to get to our next climb. Remember, our next climb, you're going for king. You're going for the win. All right. So while we do this fast flat, will you just close your eyes and breathe? Create space with your inhale, calm with your exhale. I'd like you to reflect on a question. Where have you been playing small? Where in life do you feel small, constricted, held back, or afraid? And what would it be like to take up some more space, physically, vocally, emotionally? What if you didn't shrink, but rather expanded? We live in a society that says women should be small. Social media, magazines, movies portray small as beautiful, thin as beautiful. And so many women have bought into that, to where our life is about shrinking, wearing smaller clothes, taking up less space. I'd love to suggest that just for a moment, you let your mind imagine taking up more space, living a little more large. That might be in your body, and it might be with your voice. But how can you take up more space? What's that like for you? It starts with a breath. Inhale, space. Exhale, calm. Stay in that enlarged space. Breathe in, expand. Exhale, hold that space. Maybe it's a question of worthiness. Do I deserve to take up this space? Maybe there's a limiting belief that says, I take too much, or I ask too much. And maybe that's not true. Maybe you deserve more space. Breathe. Inhale, space. Exhale, calm. Keep your legs going and breathe in and literally just take up a little more space. Arms wide, chest open, stretch. Move into this space and lower your arms. Roll your shoulders. Shake your hands. Hinge from the hips back to the handlebars. Keep that pace. All right, my friends, here we go. We are getting ready to climb. We're back to Logan Canyon, so give me resistance. Get your hips on the back of the saddle. Dig in. This back side is a little shorter than the front side. This will only take us 6 minutes. We'll be in the saddle the first half and standing the second half. Abs in, let's go. Now remember, you're gonna be king of the mountain. You're gonna win this one. So we start out in the middle of the pack, but let's use the first 3 minutes to move our way toward the front of the pack. Not the front yet, let's wait. But let's get resistance on and imagine passing a few riders. Ride. Come up into a place, tuck back into line where there are 3 or 4 riders ahead of you. Act like nothing's going on. Don't tip them off. You're just riding. You don't want them to know that this is your goal. Feel the hips on the back of the saddle and your bike moving forward in space. Breathe. In your mind's eye, picture the top of this mountain with your hands in the air, king or queen of the mountain. Let's make it happen. add some resistance. We got another minute in the saddle, and I want this to feel like hard effort. So it's 8 on a scale of 1 to 10. Give me what you got. So strong. Come on, come on. Woo. Effort in the legs. So good. Feel those quads doing the work. You are currently rider number 4. Keep that resistance on the wheel. Keep your shoulders down. Picture the top of a mountain. It's getting steep right now. All right, let's give it a little bit more. Another little turn on that wheel. Hard effort. 8 out of 10. We're going towards 9 here, folks. Downhill is next. Reach forward. Come on up. All right, get ahead of the beat just a little. We're gonna pass rider number 3. Ready, go. You want 3rd place, not 4th. Pass rider number 3. And then settle into the beat. You are now rider number 3. It's hard effort. People want your job, they want your position. You're gonna hold it right here. Strong legs, deep breaths, calm presence. Woo. All right, let's get into 2nd place. Ready, go. Pick it up. Pass rider number 2. A little harder effort. You got to work for this one. Come on, give it a kick. Rider 2 wants his place. Take it. Flow. You are rider number 2 right now. There's one rider ahead of you, and I promise you, they do not like you breathing down their back. You can see that they just increased their gear, so you better do the same. Strong core. Are you ready to attack? Let's go. You want this? There's 1 minute. 1 minute to the top. And even though you pass rider 1, you're gonna have to keep fighting or they'll pass you. Keep it up, come on. Keep it up. Woo. Oh my. Oh my. Come on. You are in the lead. And the top of the hill is right there. There it is. Don't give up. Don't give up. That rider wants your spot. They're coming on. Come on. 10, 9, 8. Woo. You cross the finish line. Drop your resistance a little. Keep it slow. Woo. Downhill is next. Get your medal. You win. King or queen of the mountain. Woo. All right, my friends, we're going downhill. Back to Logan. Light resistance, 100 RPMs for 3 minutes. Whew. Winded, right? All right, give me a little bit of resistance. Let's keep it slow. That song was a little bit longer than I thought, and so we're gonna just go with it. We're gonna stay with a little bit more work, even though we won. There's another little incline right here. Breathing, feeling calm. Stretch out your neck, relax your arms. All right, there we go. Now we get to head downhill, light resistance, back up to that faster pace. Trying to get closer to 100 RPMs. Downhill, a little bit of headwind. We're going down the first hill we climbed. All right, the coolest thing is, as we get down the canyon, we get to pass Utah State University, Aggies. That's my alma mater. That's where I did my undergrad work, Logan, Utah, USU. Such a beautiful campus. So as you come down this hill, look to your right and see that gorgeous campus. Old buildings, green grass, blue sky. If you have enough of a lead, you can jump off your bike and you can head over to Old Main, big building, where you'll find a block of 4 A's. And if you stand on top of that and kiss somebody, you're a true Aggie. So there you go. You got your raspberry shake on this ride and became a true Aggie. Not many people can say that. So keep your pace for another minute. Sit tall, light in the saddle. Feeling good, yeah? Looking good? Feeling good. All the spectators are so excited to see you coming. They're cheering you on. You gotta wave, toss some water on them, or maybe they'll toss water on you. So we finished this ride with 2 laps around downtown. We'll have that gear back on. This is our last song before we drop our bikes and stretch, cool down. Keep taking those deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. That's how you stay regulated. That's how you feed your body the oxygen it needs while getting rid of that carbon dioxide, CO2, flushing lactic acid. We're going to start to slow our legs Resistance comes on. Find a slower pace, about 75 RPMs. I'm gonna get in and out of the saddle a bit here. Stand it up. Bring your hips down. Just a break. Stand it up. Have a seat. Second lap around downtown. Stand up. Give those hips a quick rest. Back down. Stay right here. 75 RPMs. This last lap, you've got about 3 minutes. You can decide if you want to work harder, if you want more resistance or less. If you want a faster pace or slower. You're going to stay right here with the music with me. You decide. How do you want to finish this? Do you have energy and you want a little more? Or are you done? Was 132 miles enough for you? 5 hours. These guys are in the saddle. 6,500 feet vertical. Pretty amazing. Two more minutes. Resistance, cadence, breath. Finish strong. Inhale space. Exhale calm. You might match your pedal stroke to breath. Inhale 4, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale. You've got a minute to the finish line. Resistance on. Come up with me. Now, lucky for us, if we want, we can take the day off tomorrow. If you were really doing Tour to Utah, you'd have 7 days just like this. What? 7 back-to-backs. Woo. So you got a day off to look forward to, right? Come on. Keep breathing. Push to the finish. Here we are. Have a seat. Oh my goodness. Drop that resistance and towel off. Woo. Oh. Hey, that was a good day of riding, wasn't it? Let's start our cool down by just slowing our legs. Let that heart rate come down for about a minute. Breathe in, space. Breathe out, calm. Space, calm, calm space. Legs are even slower. It's almost like your pedals are pulling your feet in a very slow, deliberate circle. Sit tall. Let those legs gradually come to a stop. Wiggle your toes inside of your shoes, shake out your hands. Arms come behind. and overhead. And do that a few times. Just swing your arms. Let there be movement in your shoulders. They've been hunched over and rounded over these handlebars and maybe over your laptop. So just swing the arms and then hold tall. Pull one arm higher and then the other. Bring your elbows down into goalpost and then just twist toward the right. Put one hand on a knee, the other hand behind you. Twist your spine, look over your shoulder. Breathe in space. Breathe out calm. Arms overhead. Cactus your arms and then twist to the other side. Breathe in space. Breathe out calm. And as we come back to center, hands on the handlebars, unclip from your pedals and come to stand on the side of your bike. We're going to take our hips, our feet hip distance apart a little bit wider, and just shift your hips from side to side. Feel that outer muscle, tensor fascia lata, stretching. Over and back. And then go to one side, keep the hand on the inside hip, and the arm comes up and over. And push into the outside of that foot. And switch, shift your hips, hand comes to the crease, arm up and over. And just breathe here. Coming back to center, bring your hands onto your glutes. Inhale to press your hips forward, open up your chest, look up. And then exhale, bring your hands to the crease of the hips, fold halfway over. Find your hamstrings. You can use your bike or something in front of you to just support. And then let's do that again. Hands on the glutes, lean back, breathe in. Hands at the hip crease, bend forward, find the hamstrings. And let's just do that once more. Press to lift. Hinge from the hips and lower. Bring yourself back to the center. Let's make a figure four. We'll swing the leg out a few times and then cross the ankle over the top of the knee and have a seat. Feel that around the outside of your hip. Breathe here. So let's leave this ride with a commitment to taking up more space, to saying the word yes and living into a larger field of possibility today. Where in the world would you like to take up more space? Where would you like a larger presence, influence, or voice? And what's stopping you? The answer to that question is usually me. I'm stopping myself. Standing, arms up, take up a bunch of space here. And then exhale, live into that space. Give yourselves a hand. You did an amazing job today. Thanks for riding Cache Valley with me. I'll see you next time and we'll take on some other territory around here. All right, have a good day.